Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about a big question that's been on my mind, and probably yours too. Can AMD become a $1 trillion company? It sounds crazy, right? But when you look at what's happening in the world of tech and AI, it's actually not that far-fetched. So in this video, we're going to break it all down, where AMD stands right now, what would need to happen for them to reach $1 trillion valuation, what the risks are, and at the end, I'll give you my real prediction. So stick around. Let's start with the basics. Right now, AMD is worth around $290 billion. That's a solid number. They're a major player in the tech world. But if they want to hit $1 trillion, they need to more than triple in value. Can they do it? Well, just 2 years ago, people were asking the same question about Nvidia. And now Nvidia's sitting at over $4 trillion. So it's not impossible. But AMD needs to play their cards right. Most people still think of AMD as the company that makes gaming chips. And sure, they do. Their Ryzen CPUs and Radeon GPUs power a lot of gaming rigs and laptops. But that's not where the real growth is happening. The big opportunity, the one that could launch AMD toward a $1 trillion market cap, is in AI and data centers. And this is where things get exciting. You've probably heard about how AI is taking over everything: chatbots, image generators, self-driving cars, you name it. Well, all of that needs serious computing power. And right now, most of that power comes from chips, specifically GPUs made by Nvidia. Nvidia is the king of AI hardware. But AMD wants a piece of that pie. And they're finally getting it. Their new MI300X chips are built to compete directly with Nvidia's top-end AI GPUs, like the H100, and companies are starting to notice. In the past year, AMD has announced major partnerships with Microsoft using AMD chips in Azure, Meta testing AMD in their AI infrastructure, Oracle, Dell, HP, and more. This is a huge deal. Even just a 10 to 20% share of the AI hardware market could be worth tens of billions in yearly revenue. That alone could completely change AMD's future. Let's talk about the size of the opportunity. In 2024, the AI chip market was worth around $30 billion. By 2033, could be worth $400 billion, maybe more. Some analysts even say $600 billion, depending on how fast AI adoption grows. If AMD can grab just a slice of that, even 20%, we're talking about $80 billion in potential revenue. That's more than 4 times what AMD made in total in 2024. AMD isn't just betting on AI chips. They've been building a full ecosystem. Here's what else they've got going for them. Their EPYC server chips are stealing market share from Intel. Their Xilinx acquisition gives them access to FPGA's chips used in 5G, edge computing, and other fast-growing areas. They're making custom chips for companies like Sony and Microsoft. And they're still a strong player in PCs and gaming, even if that part of the business isn't growing as fast. This mix of products gives AMD a lot of different ways to grow, and more importantly, it helps them survive when one area slows down. Now let's get to the math. To hit a $1 trillion market cap, AMD probably needs to bring in at least $100 billion in yearly revenue and make strong profits from it. Right now, they're making around $30 billion a year. That's solid, but it's not enough. So how do they get there? Well, here's one possible path by 2030. AI GPUs, $40 to $50 billion. Server CPUs, EPYC, $20 to $30 billion. PC and gaming, $15 to $20 billion. Embedded Xilinx/semi-custom, $10 to $15 billion. That adds up to around $100 to $110 billion. If they can keep strong profit margins, especially on AI chips, Wall Street could easily value the company at $1 trillion. It won't happen overnight, but it's possible. A lot of people are waking up to this potential. Over the last 12 months, AMD's stock is up big, and more analysts are calling it a top AI play. It's not just hype. The tech is real. The customers are real. And the opportunity is massive. What's more, AMD has a proven leader in Lisa Su. Since she took over in 2014, AMD went from nearly bankrupt to one of the most respected names in semiconductors. She's methodical, focused, and not afraid to take bold bets, like buying Xilinx or going after Nvidia in AI. That kind of leadership matters, especially when the stakes are this high. Of course, nothing is guaranteed. Here are the main risks I see. Nvidia isn't slowing down. They've got the best chips and the best software, CUDA. Most AI tools are built to run on Nvidia. Margins could shrink. AMD may need to price aggressively to win AI business. That means lower profits, at least short-term. Supply chain issues. AMD depends on TSMC to manufacture their chips. Any disruption there, especially with global tensions, could hurt. Competition is heating up. Intel is trying to catch up. Startups are popping up everywhere. And big tech companies are building their own AI chips. So yeah, the path to $1 trillion won't be easy. But here's the thing, it wasn't easy for Nvidia either. Or Apple. Or Tesla. Every company that made it to $1 trillion had to take big risks and make big moves. That's exactly what AMD is doing now. Alright, so here's what I really think. If AMD keeps growing its AI chip business, keeps gaining share in servers, and holds steady in PCs and gaming, then I believe AMD will hit a $500 billion valuation by 2027 or 2028, and it could reach $1 trillion by 2030 or sooner. That's just over 4 years from now. Is that guaranteed? Of course not. But the trend is clear. AI is the future, and AMD is one of the only companies in the world with the talent, tech, and leadership to ride that wave. So if you're a long-term investor, and you believe in the AI boom, AMD deserves a serious look. Let me know in the comments. Do you think AMD will hit $1 trillion? Or is Nvidia just too far ahead? If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, smash that subscribe button, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. We've got more deep dives coming soon, and trust me, you won't want to miss them. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.